Good morning, everybody. It's the 26th of April 2017. Ukrainian flag. Look at that. Anyway, I am in Kyiv, Ukraine. Finally got here. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I just came outside to try to find a convenience store to get some milk. They got tea bags in my hotel room, but I prefer to have milk with my tea. And there's no milk in the minibar. Anyway, later on today I'm going to do some exploring. Breakfast starts at 7 o'clock in the restaurant here in the hotel. It should be an interesting day. There are a few things I'd like to see, and I hope you'll come along with me again. Here's probably the best breakfast I've had in a few days. I've got croissants, bread, scrambled egg, Swiss cheese and apple, and an orange juice. And I'm going back for seconds after. There's a lot more people out now. Let's go exploring. I remember when I was in the underpass last year in Warsaw, this crazy old lady came up to me, started shouting at me in Polish. I had no idea what she was saying. Oh, candy. Lots of candy. What we're looking at here is the Kyiv Founders Monument. We're actually in Independence Square, also known by the locals as Maidan. And back in February 2014, there were a lot of violent protests here. I think it was February the 20th. 100 people were killed in riots between police and protesters. And to make matters worse, there were actually snipers in that hotel over there, and they were taking out both protesters and police. Now, the protests actually happened because the president of Ukraine at the time, Viktor, I can't remember his last name, he was going to sign a deal, I think with the European Union, and at the last moment he did a backflip and he signed a deal with Russia. Sorry. Sorry. And the people didn't like that, so the protests happened. And there's a lot of theories behind who the snipers actually were hired by, but they've never been able to prove it because they were never caught. So this is quite a sad place. A lot of people died here. Like only just over 3 years ago. You can see monuments and pictures. It's really sad. We'll actually go and have a closer look. I just had somebody from the Ukrainian Parliament come up and have a quick chat with me. They call it the Revolution of Dignity. Yeah, it's so terrible. The people selling these for injured Ukrainian soldiers. I don't have any change, otherwise I'd donate a few hryvnia. I think that's how you say the currency. Very sad place. Well, I actually ended up buying one after all. It's for a good cause. They have just closed the road, so I assume we're allowed to cross. I don't want to get fined by the police, you know. Everyone's coming up and talking to me. Locals, politicians, other tourists. This hasn't happened anywhere else. It's quite unique. And I have no idea what we're looking at because it's not on the map I was given. See, not there. Here's a very quick Ukrainian lesson for you. That says dessert. See, the first character is a D. The third character is pronounced as an S, and the P is actually pronounced as an R in Ukrainian. Russian and Ukrainian are very similar, and that is actually coffee. Kava. B is pronounced as like a V sound in Ukrainian. Okay, that's all the Ukrainian for today. Here is St. Sophia Church. I was going to have a look inside, but one, you had to pay, which I don't mind, and secondly, they don't allow filming, which is, people want to take pictures and stuff, you know, to take back home with them. I don't understand why. A lot of churches in Romania were like that too. You can only take pictures on the outside. And here's another monument. Oh, sorry. I'll get a better view of that. The whole area has actually been fenced off. So, I don't know what they're doing. They're putting up scaffolding for something or other. Maybe they're having a big event here. Let's keep looking around, shall we? Eastern Orthodox Easter, I guess. Explains all the eggs. They have it at a different time of the year compared to like Australia and America, Western Europe. Anyway, yes, I had Burger King yesterday. I was going to tell you what it was like. Well, the chips and nuggets were okay, but the Pepsi, I swear that was watered down. That was not real Pepsi. Anyway, what could I do? I had to eat something. I got this message yesterday from Vodafone saying I'm in Ukraine, $1 a minute to make calls, but there's no data roaming available. Not that I would be able to afford it under Vodafone. Anyway, it'll be like $1 a megabyte. Gone off. Anyway, it's nice not to, you know, have to deal with Facebook and other things for a few days. I don't know how the kids that work for me would cope, you know, they're always on their phones. I'm always saying, put your phone away, get back to work. And then they die without Facebook. I'm actually having morning tea, well, just a lemon Fanta actually. There are all these little shops with selling pastries and fresh meat. It's quite nice and peaceful here, and there's plenty of stuff like to eat, and it's just nice just to sit here and relax for a while. Would you want to eat that? The one on the right, the green one. I don't think I would. This is like a little park thingy with animal statues. And over here on the left, we've got some kangaroos. We're looking at St. Andrew's Church now. See, more Easter eggs. Let's take a look down here. I think this is the funicular. I'm taking the hard way down. Probably the free way down too. You don't have much of a view because of the trees. When I get down to sea level, I'll get you a really good view. Maybe I should have taken the funicular. Someone needs to come back and like finish laying these slabs. Looks very inviting. Hope there's no psycho homeless person down here who eats Australian tourists. And we have civilization again. Here's a really good view. And I'm going to get some lunch now. Kind of hungry. McDonald's! Very good. Place looks really busy, and they've got 8 tills. So this place must do a heck of a turnover. Anyway, I'm going to eat my lunch. That's where we are right now. And I'm going to go down here, past my hotel, and go and check out the marketplace and the building next to it. And have a look at these buildings as well, I guess. The concierge circle them, I can't remember why though. So, what we're looking at now is called Europejska Square. I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologise if I'm saying it wrong to any Ukrainians who are watching the video. I just went through the pedestrian underpass again. They're actually selling toilet rolls with a picture of Vladimir Putin's face on it. He's not very popular here. Hello! One of my employees. His name is Ben. He keeps telling me I've got to eat the local food, and I intend on doing that sometimes. It's not every time. Sometimes it's nice to have something that's just vaguely familiar of home. I definitely want to try klepe when I go to Bosnia. I think it's called klepe or klepe. It's like ground beef wrapped in pasta and boiled in salt water. And it's pretty tasty apparently. And it's got sour cream on top, and the pictures look really nice, so I'm looking forward to trying that. I don't have a name for this arc either. But I have a question. If Vodafone operate in Ukraine, how come I don't get data roaming? And how come I don't get that $5 a day roaming deal? Anyway, I'm still heading to the market. He's not even playing that guitar. This guy's way more talented. I assume these are the markets. I don't know what that building is next door. That was circled. That one. Probably can't film inside the markets, but I'll show you what I buy, if I buy anything. Well, the markets didn't really have anything. It was just like a very small fruit and veg shop with some other groceries. I thought it was like going to be a big, massive open area with lots of different markets. And anyway, here's the last place on the map. I'm going to have to go a little bit closer and find out exactly why it was circled, because I can't remember. There's actually a 10-pin bowling alley inside. Whoa. I think I'm going to have an early dinner. I'm kind of hungry. I've been walking miles. Okay, I'm going to try here. Hopefully somebody speaks English. At least have a picture. I've ordered a chicken broth with vegetables for, well, it's going to be my mains. Then I might get a strawberry sorbet for dessert. In the meantime, I have a bottle of Coke to enjoy. And here we have the chicken broth and vegetables. And here is my dessert. Looks great. That was a good dinner. I'm heading back to the hotel. Gonna call it a day. So from Kyiv, Ukraine. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.